Hey guys, so I know this is not the video you've been anticipating, but something has gone down in the Filipino BL community and I feel compelled to talk about it. Today I'm going to be explaining the situation with Juan Miguel Severo and Paolo Pangilinan. I've decided to make this video for a couple reasons. Firstly, I want to bring awareness to the sexual harassment allegations against Severo. Secondly, I want to publicly denounce him as someone who has praised him as recently as last month. And thirdly, I want to publish a concise record of events that includes English translations for international fans. This way, we can stay informed and avoid spreading any misinformation. Before we begin, I want to preface this by saying I will not tolerate victim blaming towards Paolo, and if you're going to comment using derogatory language, expect to be blocked. I have to keep this space that I've created a safe one for the LGBTQ+ community as well as victims of abuse, so don't even try it, okay? As many of you may know, Juan Miguel Severo is the screenwriter for the Filipino BL titled Like in the Movies. He is also a poet that is known for his outspoken views, as well as the co-host of a podcast alongside fellow filmmaker Antoinette Jadadon. Paolo Pangilinan is an actor who played the role of Carl Amason in Like in the Movies. He's a proud member of the LGBTQ+ community and often advocates for SOGI, HIV awareness, and queer representation in the media. This situation began with a tweet that Paolo made on June 20th where he said, "People who harass others shouldn't be put in positions of power, especially when they've been reported already." That same day, Severo suspended his Twitter account and seemingly in response, Paolo tweeted, "Don't go into hiding, I'm watching you." After these tweets blew up, fans went back and pointed out another tweet he'd made earlier that day that read, "Don't try to use being LGBTQ+ as an excuse or I'll speak up." Correct me if I gathered the wrong context from that. My subscribers know that Mama Moon is my translator. Later on that day, Paolo made a final tweet that read, "Anybody have a clue?" And here we see that his friend commented referencing Guga under his tweet. Now, who is Guga? That's actually Severo's nickname. Between Paolo's tweets, Severo's deactivation, and the scriptwriter being called out by name, fans connected the dots pretty quickly. Paolo was speaking about sexual harassment that he allegedly experienced at the hands of Severo. The details have not been publicized, and I don't expect much information to be revealed since, as I'll soon get into, this situation may become a legal case. At first, there was a lot of speculation going around. Most people didn't want to believe that Severo, whose own series preached about the importance of consent, was capable of this alleged sexual harassment against Paolo. We did receive confirmation that something very serious happened when Quark Hernandez, the executive producer of Like in the Movies, tweeted about the situation. Because I think his words summarize things perfectly, I'm going to read them out. He started off by saying, "Just want to say that what I'm about to share does not represent any company or corporation and really just comes from me as a producer, an ally, a person. The past 2 days have been very long, difficult, and full of tears. They've been heavy on all of us, and I think I have to let it out. I've witnessed how one person's actions can affect a whole community. I watched a whole room full of people cry, recent events bringing out painful memories or feelings of helplessness. People blaming themselves because they felt they failed those they swore they'd protect. One of the proudest things I've ever done was become part of a BL series. It was sweet and feel-good and touching, but more importantly, it was able to achieve so much good. It inspired people. It empowered kids who were afraid to admit who they were. It advocated safe spaces for the LGBTQIA+ community. Because of recent events, the messages of the show have become endangered. It broke our hearts to see stan accounts change their names, to see people struggling with what the show may have meant for them, to question the message and how it made them feel. I know there is a lingering question, and it's something I can only answer for myself. I will not work with anyone who uses their power to take advantage of anyone in any capacity. Yesterday, we convened, members of the family as well as new friends who were about to take this journey with us, to talk, to assess, to reflect. Is our show bigger than one person? Can we really take our story back despite facing the greatest challenge we'll ever face? He ended this thread with a photo of the cast and crew that did not include Severo. Journalist MJ Felipe of ABS-CBN News also tweeted about the situation, specifically the fact that Season 2 of Like in the Movies was set to start filming next week. Hernares quote-tweeted him and said that Paolo wants to keep filming the series, but they understand how traumatizing this conversation around sexual harassment has been, and no matter what, they stand together. Hernares was also quoted saying the team has decided to change the original script that Severo wrote and are discussing a rewrite of Season 2. So as of right now, there is word that Severo has 3 other victims in addition to Paolo, and that Paolo's management, Cornerstone Entertainment, is filing charges against Severo. Mind you, I haven't been able to find a credible source for this information. During my own research, I couldn't find any legal documents about it, but judging by the statements of the people involved, it seems as though the situation is severe. I will reiterate that these accusations of sexual harassment are alleged. However, things are not looking good, and I do stand with the victim and hope that justice will be served. We cannot allow these figures in the BL industry to keep exploiting others for their own satisfaction. Something needs to be done, whether it's for Paolo or for anyone who's going through these atrocities in silence. As members of the LGBTQ+ community, we must take a stand against abuse, no matter how well respected that abuser was in the past. It's our responsibility to hold them accountable so that in the future, this won't happen again. I want to share a tweet that Paolo's co-star Juan Pangilinan made addressing the situation. He said, "While in the company of brilliant people recently, one thought kept playing over and over in my head. I'll be damned if I let anything I and everyone in that room bled and fought for die because of a single blow." I can only assume that the cast and crew are on the same page when it comes to letting Severo go and continuing on without him. And I think it's important to remember that Like in the Movies was created by the collective effort of a team, not just one person. I know this is a difficult time for everyone. For fans of Like in the Movies who gained a world of acceptance and encouragement through the show, for people like myself who trusted Severo to represent us in this growing facet of BL, and for each and every victim of abuse that's either involved in this situation or is being forced to relive their trauma through it. My thoughts are with all of us. Oh, and I must add, this is not tea. Don't treat it like gossip. Thank you to the moon and back for watching. I hope that I was able to clearly explain what's going on because it's a lot. As always, I'd like to hear your thoughts, and I ask that you please state them respectfully. To fans of Like in the Movies, I'm curious about your personal reactions to this situation, since the series has been so highly regarded for the way it's tackled LGBTQ+ issues. It really is disappointing, but Paolo's well-being comes first. A quick shout out to my Discord for all the feedback. If you want to join, we discuss just about everything from BL and K-pop to general life stuff. But that's all I have for today. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!